Yeah, hi folks. Chatteris here, of course. What I'd like to talk about today is decision making. Now, it's not all normal decision making. In other words, there's a lot of videos that are made about decision making, and you make the right decisions or you make the wrong decisions. But just hear me out for one thing. If you were to feel thirsty right now, what would you do? Well, you decide to maybe go to the fridge or maybe run some water and you drink it or have a beer or whatever. So it's a pretty simple decision. So to do that, you put one foot in front of the other, or, if you're disabled, you can in your wheelchair maybe, but there's simple decisions that you make. And if you walk, the decision is to put one step, and another step, and another step. It's fairly easy, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. If you were to need some stuff from the supermarket, what would you do? Well, you'd walk out to your car, you'd get in your car, you'd start it up, and you'd drive to the supermarket. Everything that you do when you're driving to that supermarket would be simple decisions. Unlock the door, go into the car, sit down, put the key in the ignition, or if you've got some fangled thing that doesn't need keys, and so forth. So they're quite simple, aren't they? But then let's look at harder decisions. Let's have a look, for example, in a situation where you've got two things that you might do, and one of them is going to enhance your life, and the other one could enhance your life, but you're not sure. You might be taking a risk. And what is that risk? Maybe the risk could be self-confidence. So, for example, say, guys, if you're asking a woman out, you've got two decisions. You could either stay at home and just say, no, it's, I don't want to be rejected, so I won't do anything. All right, well, that's a decision. The other one could be, well, I've got nothing to lose. So your loss of your confidence, you're going to put that to one side. So the decision to ask that person out, ask that woman out with guys, or girl out, or guy out, whatever, the decision to ask them out is a decision that you can make. You say, oh, I don't want to lose my confidence. Well, you don't have to. See, the point is that losing confidence is a decision that you're making as well. Does one person doing something wrong to you or answering in the negative necessarily make you lose confidence? Well, I don't believe that it does. Maybe you might say, well, I'm different. Yeah, I am different. Some people say very different. But the fact remains that it's easy. For example, if you break it down, right? What are you going to do? So this woman or this guy, and to ask her or him out, what you're doing is you're picking up the phone, right? Dialing the number, saying hi, and going from there. So let's have a look at each of those little steps. This hand here. If you want to move it, I want to move it. I'll move it to my phone, wherever my phone is. It's not here. What do you do then? You move your hand. Very simple, isn't it? Come on, guys, move your hand. Yeah? Easy, isn't it? So move your hand to the phone. Grab the phone with your fingers. Dial the number. And either put it up to your ears or put it on speaker. Are those things necessarily difficult? Well, none of them are difficult, are they? So where's the fear? Can you guys all move your arms like this? Look. Is that scary? Really? Moving your hands like that? No, it's not, is it? What about picking up your phone? Would that be scary? Just picking up your phone? Put the future activities out of your mind, but just picking up your phone, any reason, is that a scary thing? No, it's not. Dialing a number, doesn't matter what number or whatever. People, I might be ringing, this company or that company or this woman who might reject me, or I might be in trouble. But forget about that. Don't worry about that. Okay, that's future. That's not what you're doing right now. You're living in the moment. So you dial the phone number and say she or he answers. So what do you say? Well, probably the first thing you say is, hi, it's so-and-so here. Hi, it's Pete here. Normal conversation. How are you doing? Is that kind of difficult? So everybody after me, you put your name in there. Hi, it's, we'll try that again. Hi, it's, not hard, is it? Right. The other person replies, oh, hi. Hi, Pete. What's needed there is your ears. Is your ears hearing anything? Is that like frightening you? That you hear something through your ears? It doesn't me. I mean, it's not a scary thing hearing something. Cheers. Double espresso, just beautiful. Now, I understand that there's some fearful sounds. Someone in agony, someone screaming, there's some fearful sounds. Roar of a lion behind you when you've got nothing else could be rather scary. But the fact is, somebody saying hi to you is really not that scary, is it? No. So then, what are we fearful of up to that point? Remember, what are the points? Make a decision to ring. That's all. Make a decision to ring. Don't try and preempt what might happen. Just make a decision to ring. Remember, we're only using this as an example. There could be many other things that you could be doing, but I know a lot of guys fear this. So we put our arm up. Let's practice that. Arm down. Bang, bang, bang. Pick up the phone. Put it in front of us. Dial a number. So far, that's not very scary. Put the number on speakerphone, or up to you. And if somebody answers, what do we say? Hi, it's, so you insert your name there. So I would say, hi, it's Pete. I don't see anything scary in that. What they are is a group of decisions. So she says hi, or he says hi. Say, hey, listen, I'd love to get straight to the point. I've been thinking of you. I'd really love to take you out to dinner, or to have a drink, or whatever, or have a drive, whatever. Only you'll know the sort of person that she or he is, and just go ahead and do it. So, hi, it's, how are you doing? Well, how are you? How's your day gone? Something like that. Oh, hi. Yeah, not too bad. How's yours? Oh, it's a question. Are you going to be scared of that? No. You see what I mean? If somebody says, how's your day going? Is that a scary thing to ask? No, it's not, is it? So what would you do? You'd go, oh, yeah, not too bad. You wouldn't launch into a diatribe of how your day has gone, but yeah, not too bad. Brilliant. Right, now here's the point. Now you might be scared of actually saying, would you like to go out to dinner? Why? Is moving your mouth and saying something scary? No. Would you like to go out to dinner? Oh, yes, that's really fearful, isn't it? Yeah. What might be the answer? Oh, I'd love to. Or no. No, it's okay. Well, hearing that no, I'll say it to you. No. Is that scary? No. You might say, well, okay, yeah, it could be a bit of a downer. It might affect me mentally, or, might take my self-confidence away. Why? Self-confidence shouldn't come from anyone else. It needs to come from you. No matter what you've been through, no matter the rejection you get, maybe on the phone or from I don't know, you go out for a housing loan or something, you get rejected. Why would that lose you self-confidence? Self-confidence is about strength that you have to make sure that you're worthy of something. And any rejection that you get, any denial that you get, any put down that you get, there's an old saying, water off a duck's back. I know that's difficult for some people. I know that's hard. Criticism can pull you down. But self-confidence is the very thing that you have in your weapon arsenal to be able to shield against that. You say, oh, how do we do that? Aha. Remember Selfnotics. Selfnotics says that we can hypnotize, change the way that we're thinking by use of a type of hypnosis. To some people, it could be living in dreamland. Maybe. How do you do that? Well, how many of you have a written goal? I hear so many people saying, oh, who knows what the future will bring? What? What do you mean you don't know what the future will bring? Why don't you tell it what it'll bring? Why don't you say, this is what I want. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I need in my life. This is how my future is going to go. So in other words, you rule your life. Your life ain't ruling you. And yet too many times we allow our life to rule us. So you're on the phone, she says no. Or he says no. Let's go back to that. Self-confidence. So what are you going to say? Are you going to try and then convince them to go out? Well, I don't know, possibly. Or are you going to say, oh, great. Anyway, hey, listen, I really enjoyed, blah, blah, blah. And you get into a conversation. And who knows, she might change her mind, or he might change her mind. But meanwhile, you know what you want. And if it's not her or him or whatever, then don't over-try. Don't over-try, but allow people to come into your lives and be confident that people will. Because if you have goals, if you say to yourself, I want to be a couple in 12 months. Well, it's a bit wishy-washy, isn't it? It's, and with love, with two humans in a relationship, sometimes you can't predict what the other person is like or will do. That's fine, but you can control who you are and what you want to do. And then we come back to the idea of written goals. So I have a written goal. The first thing that you need for a written goal is to understand where you are now. Figure out where you are now. Figure out what things that you have that you're happy with and what things you have that you're unhappy with. Write your challenges. Write your feelings. And write what you fear. What do you fear? But find out where you are now. Imagine going on a journey. You know where you want to be, but you have no idea where you are now. Well, it's not really a journey, is it? Because you got to start somewhere and you got to finish somewhere. So if you've got a map and you know where your finishing place is, but you don't know where you are now, well, it's no good, is it? So find out where you are now. Now, the next video, we will be looking into that in detail. This is a series of videos on goal setting and how we gain strength through goal setting. It's all part of that self-hypnotics. If we can see where we're going, then we are more likely to achieve that. Righto. You're looking forward to the next video? Well, I hope so. I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing it for you because you matter. You count. And you know what I'm going to say, and that is look after yourself first. No, that's not selfish. That's looking after yourself, because it's only when you look after yourself that you can look after other people. Because you don't look after yourself, you know, how can you go on a journey to look after people? Imagine, you know, you're in your car again, right? You haven't looked after it, you haven't serviced it, and you try to start the car and, you know, battery's flat or don't go. So imagine that, you know, well, if you don't look after the tool that you're using and you're using yourself, then you'll never get anywhere. That's super important. Look after yourselves first. Then you've got the strength and the capability of looking after someone else well. Remember the old seatbelt rule and the, what is it, the oxygen mask rule in planes? What do they say? Put yours on third, is it? No, second? No, first before you help your kids. In other words, you breathe before you can help. Because if you faint, you can't help. Be kind to people you meet, but be kind to yourself. Another very important thing. So I'm looking forward to the next video about goal setting and about where you are now. Please subscribe to these videos. Do me a favor, subscribe. Come on, right now. Hit the subscribe and the like button. See, like, subscribe. Oh, could be this way around. No. Subscribe and like. Come on, do it now. I'll wait for you. Yeah, okay. Subscribe and like. Make a comment. Tell me what you think of these videos. This is Peter Chatteris Inspire with Selfnotics saying, see you later.